Hello friends, I'm Cody from Cody's Crochet and welcome to this very crafty market prep vlog. Today is Saturday. I didn't have time to film on Friday. I just had a lot of stuff to do because I'm moving from my old room into this one right now, which is why the background is different. I didn't really crochet anything, so I didn't really have anything to film. But today is different, hopefully. I have been sick the whole week. I was pretty bedbound and therefore I didn't crochet that much except for 3.5 turtles actually, or 2.5, I don't remember. I will show them to you in a minute, but yeah, welcome to the vlog. As you can tell, I put on a poncho. But yeah, I wanted to show you what I did. First, I made this turtle, which is just this mint green with like a darker brown shell. Very real life turtle-like. I like this combo a lot. Then I made this one, which is just a very soft white and pink turtle. Both of these have regular eyes. I didn't have the patience to sew them on, honestly. And then I made this one. As you can tell, it's not tagged because I actually ran out of tags, meaning we have to make some this weekend, hopefully. And I made those 3 completely, and then I started work on a 4th one. I have all of the little pieces, right? Yeah. I have all 4 fins, the head and the tail, meaning I need to make the body. I picked out this darker blue in combination with the lighter blue. I'll show you, hold on. I'll be using this combo, so I used the darker blue for like the body, and then I will use this lighter blue because I don't have that much left for the shell. I need to get some more of this yarn after work next week because many colors are looking like this. So like the mint, the pink, this light blue. I think the white is still half full, but also not really, so I need to make a trip. But yeah, that's what I've been doing. The whole week I've been sick. I sewed in all of the fins and the tail, meaning we now have to close up the body, as you can tell, solo. And then we can sew on the head after that. Okay, so the head by itself is kind of giving blueberry. The camera makes it a little less blue than it actually is, but it's giving blueberry in real life a lot. But that's okay. I'll be sewing on the head now, and then this guy is finished. And he is complete. All ends woven in, everything is sewn on. Yeah, again, we don't have any tags, so I'll put him with the other guy on my windowsill. But that's okay for now. What I would like to do next is make some mini loaf cats, actually, because I have 3 left. I started with 13 before my pumpkin festival, and now I have 3, so I sold 10. And that's very low. I would like to up that number. So I got out my yarn that I use for the mini loaf cats, my box of velvet or chenille yarn, and we can start making some of those. I think I'll start with this dark brown. Don't think I ever used it, or maybe once. Either I haven't used it yet or I used it once. But I will use this to make one of the mini loaf cats now. we're done with embroidery and everything. This dark brown looks really cute. I might make some more. I have the skein that we started plus a new one, so I can make a few more if I wanted to. Because my mom got me this yarn, but we both don't remember where she got it from, so there's that. But I will put it with the turtle since we can't tag it, but we can make more. Our next color will be this gray, white, and pink multicolor yarn. Let's go. And I just finished making this cutie right here. Also, all of the embroidery, I did use black because for the grayish ones, I like to use black because brown is like warm tone brown, this gray, so it's like more cool tone, so I use black. But it looks very cute. I'm just gonna go ahead and make one more because I still want to. I will be using this like light to medium chocolate brown, and for this brown I actually need to use black because the brown embroidery yarn that I have, or the yarn I use for embroidery, blends in too much. The colors are too similar and you can barely see it, so I need to use black for this, but that's okay. So I'll get started on that now. And another one complete. This will go with the other ones. I still haven't gotten around to printing out the marker tags and cutting them and stuff, so that will either happen tomorrow or after work next week. We'll see. But yeah, it was good. We made 3 mini loaf cats and finished 1 big turtle. But I think that's gonna be it for today, so I will see you Sunday morning. Hello. Today is Sunday, the 19th of October, and we have today and one more weekend before I have a craft show that is over 2 days, and it is specifically a craft show for creatives like us, so woodworking, sewing, crocheting, knitting, all of that, which is really nice. And this is actually my first market that I've ever done last year, and this year I'm doing it again, and I'm really excited. I liked it a lot, and it is inside, so it will be warm and I don't need to set up my tent, and that's great. I don't even need to get my tables with me because they offer them plus chairs, so pretty much all I have to take with me is my display and my inventory, so I'm really excited about that. But today we need to make a few more things, obviously. That's what this whole thing is about. But today I wanted to make a few more mini loaf cats, maybe make a few more of my smiley and flower keychains, the small ones. Just make a few small things in there. Maybe a bigger project, I'm not sure. Let's go ahead and do that. So what I think I'll be starting with is the smiley keychains. Maybe you can find a picture and put it here. But I would like to use up some of the yarn that I got from a friend. These tiny little balls. That's the first thing she saw on Amazon. She wanted to buy me yarn but wasn't sure which one, so she just picked the first thing she saw, which is okay. But I would like to use some of this yarn up. I usually use this to make a little octopi keychains. I've used this yarn quite a lot for those. But I also like to use them for the smiley keychains, and maybe I can use them for the flowers too. So let's try to use some of it. I've already used up the white and the purple. I have 2, 4, 6, 7 skeins that are all started left, plus this very tiny scrap of purple. Maybe we can use this for some sort of embroidery or something. But yeah, let's go ahead and get started. This pattern is my own, well, I'm not sure if I can call it a pattern. It's just literally 2 circles that I make separately and then crochet together. That's the whole pattern. But if you want a tutorial on that, let me know. Why not? So I will be making the first one in yellow because I don't think that I have that many yellow smileys actually, which is ironic because they usually are yellow. But yeah, I have plenty of other colors. I have a lot of purple actually, like 2 light purples, some few dark purples I think. So let's change it up a little bit. I'm not sure how many I want to make, but we'll see. First circle is done, and it's literally just the 3 rounds, and then you cut it, make the other piece, and then just crochet together. Don't forget to put in the safety eyes though if you use them. I will, so I need to remember to put them in. I have both circles. I still have this one attached because we'll be starting from here and attaching it like this. And on this one you want to add in the eyes because this will be the front, because you start stitching from this side, so the single crochet border will be looking at you from this side, meaning it will just look prettier and neater if the eyes are on this side, because the other one is the back side and it doesn't look as good as the front. So we'll be putting in the eyes right now. I haven't finished crocheting around, but this is what I mean in terms of corner. Looks fine, but I just think this looks better when the eyes are here. You also need a tiny bit of stuffing, which is why I left a little gap here. You will just, really, it's not much. You can also use yarn scraps if you have those. I just don't have any on hand because I'm moving and it's somewhere. But I will just put in a tiny bit of stuffing in here, because then it just looks a little better, especially if you have the eyes in here, because the stuffing will prevent the back of the eyes to like poke out somewhere. So let's do that. I'm just realizing that I put in 2 different sizes of the eyes. This one is smaller and this one is bigger. Whatever. How do I fix this though? I can open it up again, take it out a bit. This eye is too small, it's slipping through the stitches a bit. I just pulled it out. So let me get another eye that's the right size. Now they are the right size, both of them. I'm not sure what happened, because I did pick them from the same container, but apparently I had the wrong one in there size-wise. But now we can close it up for real. A little note to everyone who hand makes stuff to check your work before you close it up. Again, I'm not sure how that happened, but oh well. I will be weaving in my end now, and then we will embroider the smile and add the keychain, which shouldn't take long at all. Okay, end is woven in. I also need to hide this little thing that I forgot to crochet over whenever we were doing the border. Nope, now it's gone. So let's give this guy a real face. And our little guy is finished, embroidered and keychained. I don't tag these because they are so small, and I just put up like a sign in front of the bowl that I usually have these in, and that's usually enough. I mean, some people still ask, but just because they are too lazy to read, I'm pretty sure. But honestly, sometimes they just don't see the signs. I sometimes even have customers ask prices when they are on the tag. They're literally holding and showing it to me, and I'm like, okay. But yeah, so keep in mind to always price your items in some way. So I use signs on the table here. I usually have tags on all of my items, like this one here. I also have the washing instructions on the back, and then here at the front I have the price, what it's made out of, and who the pattern is from. And if it's something you wear, then I also write down what size it is. I don't need to do that for stuff like this, so there's that. But I'm just gonna make 1 or 2 more of these, probably using this pink and some other color, probably one of the blues or this tealish color. But yeah, I'm gonna continue doing those. And another one finished. I now have these 3 guys. I will put them in the inventory and then we can start working on something else. What I think I will do is make a few of the flower keychains that I also have. Not the plush flowers, I'm not talking about those. I'm talking about these guys. I still have a few of them, but only 5. So I will just make 2 or 3 of those and then can pick another project, maybe some loaf cats here and there in between, or something else. I'm not sure. I will look through my inventory later and check what needs to be restocked. So let's go. So the first flower is technically finished. I need to put a keychain on it, but I actually forgot to write down the pattern the first time, so I had to experiment a little bit, but it looks very much the same. I wrote that down for future flower making, but it turned out pretty cute. Just a little flower. I usually put this in the same bowl as the smiley so people can just like go through. If I have enough space, then I put them in separate bowls, but if I'm either low on space or low on inventory, including these items, then I just put them together, which is fine because they cost the same. So let's make a few more and put keychains on. Another one finished. I made 2 blue ones and a pink, and I have these 4 left, so I think I'm just gonna make one of each. Then I'm good on the colors, and then we can start making other things. And the rest of the colors are finished. Did all 4 that I have left, plus the 3 here. So we made 7 of those, which is good. I'm just gonna put that in the inventory, and then we can start thinking about what we want to do next. What I might do is actually make a few pumpkins, my mini pumpkins, because I sold all that I had. I think I had 6 or 7 of my mini ones, 4 plush ones, and then 2 in this combo. This here is a very thin ombre thread that I had running through this yarn, which is just regular acrylic yarn. It's a 3-weight, I would say, in an off-white light beige color, and together they made really cute pumpkins. So why not make 2 or 3 of those? Because I still have some of my bigger pumpkins, the medium ones that I have left, and I think if I have the mini ones next to the bigger ones, maybe that's more appealing. So yeah, let's make a few of those. I just started. As you can tell, it's already changing colors a little bit. If you want to make your own pumpkins, this pattern is from Camryn's Crochet, or Camryn's Cute Creations, sorry. And she has this mini pumpkin as a pattern. She also has like bigger pumpkins with bobble stitches and stuff that have a bit more texture to them. Also has a pattern, and I think she sells another pumpkin pattern, but I'm not sure. Go check out her channel. She also does a lot of market vlogs if you're interested in those. I'm just gonna continue making this, and I will see you later. And our first pumpkin is complete. As you can tell, it has a slight ombre running through it. This has various pinks and a burned orange sort of deal, which is really pretty. I also have this with blue tones and beige, which is kind of giving ocean. And I think I have a purple one too, I'm not sure though. But for these pumpkins with the warm tone and this warm tone beige, this just works best. So I will make another one of those for now, and then we can maybe make some more baby love cats. Both mini pumpkins are complete. Both very cute with ombre and the little stem. So I'm gonna put those in the inventory and then we can make some mini loaf cats. I grabbed 2 colors that I would like to make into the mini loaf cats. I have this sand color, very light but pretty, and some black because the black cats usually go pretty quickly, not just for the fall season but like in general. Let's make 1 or 2 of those, and this so I can maybe use up this rest that I have. The cat used this perfectly, so I can throw that away now, and our little friend is complete. So +1 on the inventory, and now we can make 1 in black. And our black little cat is also complete. Let's put him with the others and put him in the inventory. I took a little break and made myself some tea, but to have an overview, we currently have 4 big plush turtles, 8 small loaf cats, and 6 big loaf cats, which is pretty good. We also have 13 smileys, 12 mini flowers, and 6 stingray keychains. And all of those are like my best sellers. We also made 2 small pumpkins today, the ombre and the beige. We still have 3 of the plush axolotls. I only sold 1. I'm not sure what I should do. But honestly, my wrist is kind of hurting. Maybe that's a sign to take a break. It's longer than 8 minutes. So, yeah, I think I will take a break and then come back later. Okay, so I think this will be the end for today's vlog because I'm probably not going to crochet anything else today because my wrist still hurts a bit and I still have a bit of computer work to do. So there's that. The last clip you probably saw me working on something. I'm researching a little bit for YouTube for you about titles and ideas and thumbnails and stuff. So I'm doing that. And I will continue doing this and maybe even start editing this vlog. So thank you for watching. I really appreciate it. If you want to leave a like down below, that would really help me, or a comment, and I will see you next Saturday. Have a good one. Bye bye.